2019-2020 NBA predictions, NBA season predictions. This is the first time that I've ever done predictions for an NBA season, even though I've watched the NBA for a long time. Many years this decade, it's been easy to predict an NBA season, considering, you had the Golden State dynasty, and, when LeBron was with Cleveland, it was easy to predict a Cavs and Warriors finals every year. But now it's not like that. There's parity in the NBA now. LeBron, he's gone to LA, leaving the East really wide open between like 3 or 4 teams. Kevin Durant has gone to Brooklyn. Klay Thompson is out for the year. So, that leaves the Warriors only with Steph, Draymond, and D'Angelo Russell to carry the load, which, they'll still be a good team, but I don't think they'll be as dominant as the Warriors teams of the past few years. But there's parity in the NBA, and that's really good to see. And that's something we haven't had in the NBA for a long time. But without further ado, here are my NBA predictions. I'm interested to see what you all think about this. My East playoff teams are the Bucks, the 76ers, the Raptors, the Celtics at the 3 seed, the Raptors, the Nets, the Pacers, the Heat, and the Pistons. My West playoff teams are the Clippers, the Nuggets, the Rockets, the Lakers, the Warriors, the Trailblazers, the Jazz, and the Spurs. My East champion is the Philadelphia 76ers. I really think they're looking to make amends for that crazy circus shot by Kawhi Leonard that knocked them out of the playoffs, getting the friendly roll and, bouncing into the net, making Joel Embiid cry as he walked off the court. Those were some tough times in Philadelphia. And I think that the 76ers are really anxious to make amends for that this year and to get past the heartbreak of that shot and advance further in the playoffs. And I think they will this year. They got Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid. Now they got Al Horford. I mean, they have the talent to make a deep run in the playoffs, and I think they will this year. I think they'll come out of the East. And my West champion is the Houston Rockets because, the Lakers, they got LeBron, they got Anthony Davis, but DeMarcus Cousins might be, I think he's out for a while in LA. But yeah, I don't think LA will get to the West. Well, I don't think they'll get to the NBA Finals. Golden State, like I said, they're without KD, they're without Klay Thompson for the whole year. So I don't think they'll make it back to the finals. The Clippers. Fun fact, the Clippers have never been past the second round of the playoffs. I mean, if that, all these years the Clippers have been around, if that's not a sign of a cursed franchise, I don't know what is. The Clippers, even this decade, they've had really talented teams that have made the playoffs and have been capable of making deep playoff runs, but, they didn't get past the second round because, they've never been past the second round, because they got that black cloud hanging over their head. So I think the Clippers will do Clippers things, end up being, the Clippers we've always known them to be and not make it past the second round, even with Kawhi Leonard. So that's why I don't think they'll make it to the finals. So that leaves me with Houston. They've, James Harden, like I said, great player. We all know how great he is. One of the best, if not the best players in the league. You add Russell Westbrook, you got Clint Capella and Eric Gordon, all them. I mean, you've got a great, talented team with a high-scoring offense that is capable of making a finals run and winning the championship. And, with the 76ers and Rockets being my picks to come out of each conference, my NBA champion is the Houston Rockets. And I expect Giannis Antetokounmpo to win the league MVP. So there's your NBA predictions for this season. Season starts tomorrow. You got 2 games. You have the Pelicans facing off against the Raptors without Zion Williamson, who it was just announced today that he's out 6 to 8 weeks with an injury. That's really a big blow to their hopes early on this year, even though he'll be back. But, Raptors, they're looking to rebound without Kawhi Leonard. It'd be interesting to see how they deal with the loss of him. I still think they have a really talented team. You know, they're still going to be a really good team, but, you know, they'll have to deal with losing Kawhi, and I think they'll do okay with that. And then after that, you got a marquee game tomorrow night. Really, really good blockbuster season opener between the Lakers and the Clippers. Like I said, two potential NBA Finals teams. You know, two teams clearly capable of going to the finals. I believe the game, like, both teams are based in Staples Center, but I believe it's a home game for the Lakers, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, that'll be it's really, really good opening season game to get the fans excited for NBA basketball. I'm excited for the NBA. I'm just excited for the fact that there's parity in the league now. You know, I was sick of seeing Golden State dominate all these years with, you know, Steph and Klay Thompson and Draymond Green and all them. Then in 2016 and in the offseason, they had KD to the mix, and that made it even more lopsided. And then last year they had Boogie Cousins. You know, Boogie Cousins is gone to LA, and he's injured right now. Like I said, KD's gone to Brooklyn. Klay Thompson's out for the year, so, you know, that obviously that puts an end to Golden State's dominance. You know, I was sick of seeing them win it every year. You know, it was so easy to predict the Warriors win the championship every year just because, I mean, they boasted like 4 or 5 all-stars in one starting lineup. I mean, it can't get any more lopsided than that. When you put 4 or 5 all-stars on the floor, I mean, you're going to win a championship every single year. You know, that's a dynasty in the making. And, you know, I'm glad that the Cavaliers stopped it in 2016 with the big block by Kyrie Irving. Well, the big block by LeBron, followed by a Kyrie Irving three-pointer, you know, for Cleveland's first championship. I was happy that the Cavs beat the Warriors that year, but at the same time, I was sick of seeing Cleveland come out of the East every year and Golden State come out of the West every year. You know, I wanted to see 2 other teams get a chance for it. You know, I wanted to see parity in this league, which is something that we haven't had in a long time. And I feel like this year there's a number of teams that can win it from each conference. You know, maybe 4 from each conference, I would say. And that really makes me excited for this NBA season. That's what NBA fans deserve, is a season with suspense, which is something we haven't had in years in the NBA. But there's your predictions. You know, like the video, you know, comment on it. You know, if you're on YouTube, you know, comment on it, like it. You know, tell me what you think about my predictions. You know, your opinions. I'll be happy to hear anything you have to say about them. You know, if you're on Facebook, comment what you think about the predictions. You know, the way you think this NBA season will turn out. I'd really like to hear your all's thoughts and opinions. Those of you that follow the NBA and are NBA fans, I'd really like to I'm anxious to see what you all think about this. So, yeah, there's your predictions, and I'll see you in the next video. Go Pacers!